Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Crypto, where we go over some cryptocurrency news, what's going on in the markets, as well while drinking an energy drink or coffee or caffeinated beverage of your choice. If you don't like caffeine, grab some water. I do want to point out that the shirt that I am wearing is a limited edition shirt, and it's part of the Tuber 500 giveaway, the Community 500 Tuber 500 giveaway, which is going to be played out for you as a sponsor, but stick around because we do got some various news bits to go over. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, the Fed, of course, some Ethereum censorship, how the Democrats and Republicans agree at least at one thing, the state of Web3, Coinbase employment, Elon Musk. Of course, we can't talk about crypto without talking about Elon Musk, and adoption, plus some AMD Radeon news. But don't forget, the links to the giveaway is down below. You got plenty of time. You don't need to purchase a limited edition shirt to get in, but it does give you additional entries and chances to win a couple gifts from me, but then some other gifts from other fellow crypto YouTubers. So make sure you check those out in the link in the description. Let's play a quick sponsor, and we'll get into the news.
Octominer and 9 other YouTubers are going to be giving away 10 prizes to 10 lucky winners. Each YouTuber has their own custom design that has been created and will be available for sale starting on November 1st. There will only be 50 shirts of each design available to buy. Each t-shirt purchase will be worth 50 entries without any limit on the number of shirts you can buy. You don't want to purchase a shirt? No problem. We got you covered. There are free ways to enter just by clicking the Gleam URL link down below in the description. We will also be giving away a portion of the proceeds to the Water Project Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit organization unlocking human potential by providing reliable water projects to communities in sub-Saharan Africa who suffer needlessly from a lack of access to clean water and proper sanitation. The Community Crypto Tuber 500 giveaway will run from November 1st to November 29th. Those will be the available dates to enter. We will be having a live stream on YouTube to select the winners randomly using Gleam on Wednesday, November 30th. Good luck!
All right, so the markets have picked up quite a bit since October. It's doing pretty good. I wouldn't say mining profitability has, soared or anything like that. Mining profitability is still down, but it's good to see some green across the board. We got Algorand looking pretty good, up 11% today. Luna Classic, I don't know how it's still alive, but it's up 9.6%. We got some Crow, the cryptocurrency for crypto.com, up about 5%. Chili's up about 9%. IOTX, or what is it? IOTX, something like that. Anyways, up around 10%, so on and so forth. So a lot of altcoins. This is some deep green right here. Gala up whoa, wait a second, I need to check that out. Look at that. What a buying opportunity. When did that happen? It happened late last night. I should have got some. Damn, I need to text my friend. That's a big dip. We dropped we dropped from around 3, almost 4 cents, all the way down to 1.5 cents. And then we're back up. Wow, okay. Somebody bought a pretty penny of it. Cool. So, some coins in deep green, some coins in the red. But overall positive. We did jump out of this giant descending wedge that we've been forming for quite a long time. Thank you, everybody coming over from Crypto Mikkel. Hope you guys enjoyed the show over there. He does stream before me. Good morning, miners. So make sure if you're up early enough, got your coffee, sit down, hang out with Crypto Mikkel, and then myself, followed by Rapid Mining at 1 p.m. I was thinking about pushing it back to like 12 to 1, but we'll see how that goes. Give Mikkel a little bit more time because we're both family men to do what we need to. But we felt we jumped out of this wedge. We're out of it. We're putting in higher highs and higher lows. So was that the bottom back in June where we fell, 17.7, 17K6, something like that? Was that the actual true bottom? A lot of people would say yes, but I'm not going to say yes just yet. I'm going to keep an eye on things, see how things go. But what is causing the price to go up? What is the number of things that's causing the price to go up, right? We got situation happening between the Fed The dollar itself, the dollar index, going negative, right? Whenever the dollar is doing strong, it seems to push crypto and traditional stocks down. We still have the war in Ukraine. We still have a number of negative things that cause all of this to crash. The effects of the pandemic that cause all of this to crash. Just slowly but surely getting better. That's for sure. So Bitcoin and Ethereum soar following strong U.S. jobs report. Now we know cryptocurrency jumped up to 21K. Ethereum was up 7% on the day at the time of writing. But the biggest thing is that the Labor Department report shows that the U.S. economy added 261,000 jobs in October, but the unemployment rate increased by 0.2% or by 3.7% more than forecast. So there's still some negative indicators out there as to the state of the market. But, I mean, investors are getting in. Like, they see the signals they want to see, and they want to get in. So the hope is that the Fed will slow down with its aggressive rate hikes. I don't believe they've done that yet, but they keep saying they're going to, or that they plan on kind of petering out, or how do you say it? Weaning us off, right? It's just like a drug addict, right? You wean them off of whatever drug they're on. Now, that's what the Fed's doing. All this dollar printing has caused a number of issues for the economy and the people. But unfortunately, people need money, and if they're unemployed, it's a catch-22. So usually when unemployment is low, I want to say, the economy does better. But if unemployment continues to go higher, no, excuse me, I said that wrong. It's a recession indicator. When unemployment is low, it usually precedes a recession. So the fact that unemployment's going up, not by much, but still going up, maybe we're not in a recession. I don't know. People keep calling it a recession. What do you guys think? Do you think we're in a recession? Let me know in the comments below or in the live chat. Good morning, though, to all the people that are watching live. G Automatic Beats, Gandalf Gray, the Crypto Farmer, Crypto Craig, Crypto McKell, Gordon Murray. Haven't seen you in a bit. You doing good, bud? Good to see you. 7,000 series have really good efficiency. Yes, we're going to be talking about that towards the end of the stream. Stay tuned. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stocks jump following the Fed's fourth rate hike. Of course, the situation or the rate hike was done by another 75 basis points in the fourth consecutive time this year to combat inflation, currently at a 40-year high in the U.S. And of course, a lot of people look at the U.S. Why? That's a good question, honestly. I wish everybody would stop. Like, U.S. doesn't need to be a leader. It just wants to be a leader, right? The leader only has as much power as you give it. But anyways, it seems that everybody's waiting for the U.S. to do all these things, right? To see what they're going to do with the rate hikes and the basis points and the unemployment and the CPI and this, that, and the other, and regulation for crypto and stuff like that. And then once the Fed decides, or excuse me, the U.S. decides what it's going to do, then the rest of the world will follow. When I know that the EU and other countries are working to, kind of make that regulatory framework needed to move forward and to move the crypto industry forward. So we'll see how things go. But although the Fed's aggressive monetary policy has led investors to go to safe havens, assets like the US dollar or gold, which has seen the value soar, it's expected the central bank may slow down the pace of tightening soon. Positive news, which may have prevented the sell-off today. We still got the war in Ukraine. Along with inflation, the Russia's invasion of Ukraine and Europe's energy crisis has also led to investors around the world to sell their stakes in equities. An aggressive Fed policy could hurt the cryptosphere, says an expert that told Decrypt. Now, Edward Moya told Decrypt as well that digital assets are going to struggle here if the Fed stays hawkish with fighting inflation. So maybe this pump is, not only is it because of the current reports and stuff like that, and probably a lot to do with Mr. Elon tweeting his mouth off. But, if you believe that the Fed is really going to stop raising rates, then this is a good opportunity for you. This isn't financial advice. I'm just saying, speculating. This is what they're thinking. Okay, well, they're going to stop raising rates. It's time. It's time. That was it. That was our signal. Let's go ahead and start buying up crypto, buying up assets that we believe in, and start to pick up. And I believe that the traditional stock market and Bitcoin are still closely correlated, but it started to seem that Bitcoin and crypto started to take off ahead of stocks. So maybe stocks will eventually follow Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but we'll see how things go. The economy is not weakened quickly enough to warrant a downshift from tightening, and that could also weigh on cryptos, he added, which is Mr. Edwin Moya. Bitcoin's correlation with U.S. stocks remains intact and probably will continue until inflation significantly declines. And I would agree with that. I think gold actually was pumping with Bitcoin compared to the dollar. So we had the dollar going down, we had gold and Bitcoin on an uptrend. We had traditional stocks kind of sort of following it, like shadowing it. So is this the end? I wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. I wouldn't get your hopes up. I don't think it's the end just yet. I think there's still a little bit, like some pullback that we're going to have to see here. But I do believe as far as the bottom is in, I don't want to say that. I really don't want to say that. We could quite easily go from this level, and let's say we hit 22, right? 22K is going to be significant resistance. If we hit that and we go down 25%, yeah, 17K easily, go back to it, break the previous drop that we had back here at 17.6 and go even further. And this is the USDT. This isn't even the USD Bitstamp one. So there's more volume and stuff on there. I just like USDT because that's what I use the most of. However, other charts and other TA experts or crypto analysts are much better than I am. So as far as TA, don't take my wording as Bible. I just think that we still could see a pullback. We still need additional confirmations before I could say that was it. This is done. We're going to the moon now. That's not the case. And we don't really want to go to the moon. We want to slowly but surely climb up the chain. Now, this is a big concern of mine that I believe we talked about in previous videos, right? So Ethereum inches closer to total censorship due to the OFAC compliance. We talked about this before, where we saw an article about Ethereum, hitting over 51% censored blocks, right? Censoring out any blocks tied to XYZ that may have been affected by the Office of Foreign Assets Control. And over the last 24 hours, the Ethereum network has found to enforce the OFAC compliance on over 73% of its blocks. Now, this came out 8 hours ago. This was late last night or early morning, however you want to say it. On October 22nd, Cointelegraph reported that the rising censorship concerns after 51% of the Ethereum blocks were found compliant with OFAC standards. However, data from MEV Watch confirmed that the minting of OFAC-compliant blocks on a daily basis has grown to 73% as of November 3rd. Some MEV boost relays that are regulated under OFAC will censor certain transactions. As a result, to ensure the neutrality of Ethereum, the network needs to adopt a non-censoring MEV boost relay. Ethereum validators can reduce OFAC compliance by discarding relays in their MEV boost configuration that censor transactions such as BioX route, max profit, bloat route, blocks route, ethical, manifold, and relayer. Compliance with OFAC allows a U.S. government agency to enforce economic and trade sanctions, which, that's really, honestly, ever since Russia invaded Ukraine, that's really what started all of this, right? They were worried that Russia was evading sanctions, and so they really want to lock it down. Oh, the Russians are using Tornado Cash, and really, it was actual legit people using Tornado Cash because they just want to protect their privacy. Hence the outpouring of support for the individual who got arrested for creating such a great product. It was just used for whatever reasons that the government deems unacceptable. So, sanctioned Tornado Cash and several Ethereum addresses. As of today, 45% of Ethereum blocks are considered compliant with OFAC. The mainstream adoption, blah, 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 yada, yada, okay, debut, blah, blah. Which this article then leads into adoption. But this is a bit concerning for me, right? Ethereum going from proof of work to proof of stake has become very centralized. And, now that they are OFAC compliant, or at least 73% OFAC compliant, and I would really love more detail about this. Like to actually speak with some of the devs. I haven't caught up with any of them. Maybe I might ask a question or two. But what is the plan? Like, is this the future we're gonna have? And then the government just decides who gets on the OFAC, who's on the naughty list, and who's not, right? There's some concern about this one. So keep an eye out on this particular topic. Are we losing connection? I'm seeing some red here. All right, looks like we're still okay. I'm not sure what's going on there. But moving on to adoption, Democrats and Republicans agree that cryptocurrency is the future of finance, survey shows. Looks like there was a survey, and in the 44% of the respondents said that they expect to have crypto as part of their investment portfolio in the future. That's a lot of people. 44%. I don't know how many people they surveyed, but 44% saying that they're going to have crypto in their portfolio. That's a good thing. That's showing you adoption. What's up, Black Cat Crypto? So we got Grayscale, one of the world's largest digital currency asset manager, announced Tuesday that its new national survey had revealed that Democrats and Republicans. Don't start this crap. The online survey was conducted on Grayscale's behalf between October 6th and the 11th by the Harris Poll, the global market research and consulting firm. A total of 2,029 adults. All right, so it wasn't a lot of people, but over 2,000 adults were likely voters participated. The survey examined how Americans view the state of the economy and cryptocurrency against the backdrop of the 2022 United States elections, the midterms, which are going on right now. Good luck to those out there. Excuse me one second. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Sorry. Woo! I didn't want to sneeze in your ear. Sorry. All right. More than half the Americans surveyed, 53% agreed that the cryptocurrencies are the future of finance, including 59% of Democrats and 52% of Republicans, and 44% of the Americans nothing that they expect to have crypto as part of, that they expect to have crypto as part of their investment portfolio in the future. With record high inflation looming, 25% of respondents say inflation and the current economic climate has made them more likely to invest in crypto. And this is think about this. In 2008, this is what really started it. All right, this is what started Satoshi Nakamoto on their journey to create a cryptocurrency that isn't controlled by any single entity, that's decentralized. And it's kind of not the same situation, but a certain situation like we are in now, this current economic situation, that's kind of driving people right back to crypto. So that's why it's so important that the Democrats and the Republicans work together, and all countries work together to ensure that there's a regulatory framework in place to help promote the use of cryptocurrency or have it tied into our lives without stifling its growth. But this is good to see. Right? You want a bipartisan decision on this. Doesn't matter if you're one side or the other. This is definitely good to see. Moving on to Facebook, Meta's Instagram move boosts Web3 tokens. So Instagram, if you don't know, is partnering. I think it's using Polygon network to where you could like share your NFTs and stuff like that, like buy and sell NFTs. So Instagram, which is part of Facebook's parent company, will be utilizing Polygon to enable Web3 on their platform for users to participate in the NFT market. Now, I know the NFT market has kind of tumbled, and what people spend millions on to get, unfortunately, is quite down. But the NFT market, I don't think, is dead. And there's plenty of different use cases for NFTs. It's just not for shilling shit. So we'll see how that goes. But very interesting to see. I'm interested to see how this turns out in the future, considering Meta always seems to find itself in trouble. Great cryptocurrencies have to go through several collapses, Cardano founder. So, of course, Mr. Charles Hoskinson, head dickhead of them all. I mean, again, genius guy. He's just really brash. He's like sandpaper. I said this many times before, and I don't like what happened with the Ethereum Classic Twitter. I don't like the way he presents certain things, but my opinion to him does not matter. What matters is your opinion of them. All right. I personally just think he comes off a little gruff, very intelligent individual, just could use a little bit more finesse when dealing with people, even if he doesn't agree with something. But let's see here. They say that all projects have to survive both bull and bear markets. And be blah blah blah, resilient in adversity. All right, so let's see here. The biggest lessons the crypto users could take away from the collapse of Terra and other projects was learning to appreciate those who withstood the test of time. Okay, looking at cryptocurrencies that did not collapse during this crazy thing, like the Silk Road, Mt. Gox, all those things in the past. protocols that survive were resilient and under an adversarial load, capable of weathering both bear and bull markets, something which many decentralized finance projects were incapable. So DeFi space took a hit, with Luna and everything that happened. So just because you're on top today, you're not always going to be, said Hodgson. Great cryptocurrencies have to go through several collapses. I was in Bitcoin when it was under $1, and I watched it go from $1 to 30 to 40, blah, blah, blah. It keeps going with numbers, give or take. I watched that, and I watched all the companies come and go. There are a number of crypto companies that aren't around anymore, and crypto projects that aren't around anymore, even in the proof of work world. I think I see more tokens that aren't proof of work kind of collapse, or like start up, do really good, and to collapse, than proof of work. But there are a lot of proof of work tokens that are, kind of bleh. So, the ways we are constructed, this is looks to be a quote. Terra was wildly profitable for a few people, and those few people happened to be well connected in the space, and so they lifted it up, and they made billions of dollars, and they made it off of the back of the retail investors, which is wrong. It's going to result in a regulatory crackdown in that particular area, which I agree. Normally, DeFi products have a limited shelf life between 6 to 12 months, is what they say. Bias towards insider distribution, which is like, me and, famous people only know about the project, and we pump it up, we promote it, get the bag, sell out, leave you holding the bag. Those kind of acts are definitely going to get the eye of the regulators. And crack down. We've seen that before, right? We've seen one of the Kardashians got in trouble for promoting some Ethereum bullshit. So it's quite unfortunate, but we'll see how it goes. Coinbase reports better than expected user numbers, even a third quarter revenue plunges. So I think they're saying that they're seeing better overall, that like this is an employment. Coinbase reports better than expected user numbers. All right, we got rid of our employees, but our user base is growing even as the third quarter revenue plunges. So the third quarter revenue went down, but they're starting to see a number of new users into the space, and Coinbase does really make it easy for users to get involved in crypto. So yeah, just remember, not your keys, not your coins. So user numbers, top analyst estimates even a third quarter revenue miss estimates. Loss of $2.43 per share adjusted versus loss of $2.40 per share as expected by analysts according to Redfin. Blah blah blah. Revenue plummeted 50% from a year earlier as traders turned away from cryptocurrencies. The company's financial turned south, resulting in a loss of $545 million. After Coinbase generated a profit of over $400 million a year earlier. Of course, their shit's gonna do bad. All right, this isn't really important to me. I don't think it's really important to you, but the link is gonna be in the description below. What else we got? Yeah, more Coinbase cuts Q3 losses in half, sees crypto headwinds continuing into 2023. They're remaining optimistic, even though they lost $500+ million. And had to slash over 1,000 jobs. I hope those people that lost their jobs at Coinbase was able to get picked up by other cryptocurrency firms, places, locations, because adoption is happening. And now Mr. Elon Musk. Mr. Elon Musk took over Twitter, been tweeting out ever so much, and he's really causing some pumps. And a question asked to me by an intelligent individual was, why does Elon Musk, what is it going to take to stop Elon Musk from having so much power? It's going to take a lot more money in the market, all right? Because Elon has a lot of followers and influence that is, what he says influences them, thus influences the retail investors, thus influencing action, right? So we got a number of tokens that were just spurred up out of nowhere. As his tweet sparks a flurry of Twitter themes, Dogecoins. We got names like Baby Doge Twitter, Doge, I don't know how to say that. Twitter Doge, and Elon Doge twit, populated by 2 blockchains after Musk tweeted an image of a Shiba Inu wearing a Twitter t-shirt in front of the classic Halloween pumpkin and social media platforms. Now, he did this before, and I think the picture of his dog sitting in the trunk of a car, a Tesla, sparked Shiba Inu and Dogelon and a couple others. So now we got more meme coins sparked by Mr. Elon himself. And it's not that he's telling these people to do this. They see something that Elon does, and then they want to do something that reciprocates it or might get his graces or whatever. That's what they're really hoping for daddy's love. That's what I kind of feel like. They're all fighting for daddy's love, and it's really stupid to me. I'm sorry if I sound like a dick, but it's just really stupid. I don't think one person should have that much power over your lives. And I don't think when I say your lives, I don't think it's you right now, the person that's watching, or the person that watches this in the future. I think this is more or less a whole different class of individual separate from us. But they are out there, and there are many. And so they will buy up the shit out of these tokens and pump it and then move on to the next one. But marketing people that see, watch Elon's every move and then immediately is like, oh crap, we can make a ton of money if we make a coin about this. You can't fault them for that. It is pretty smart. Let's see if we can find out one of these names real quick. Let's see if we can find it. Let's look for a space Twitter Doge. I bet you it's like a BNB coin or something. What chain is it on? Yeah, looks like BNB to me. No. Yep, Binance Smart Chain. Go figure. I don't know, guys. I don't know anymore. This space can be pretty damn stupid. Alright, anyways. Yeah, Elon, pump market, people bought new coins, whatever. This is pretty cool, but I did a short on it, but it seems like a lot of people don't really care. I think this is really good. We combine, what Meta is doing. If I move that over, we got Democrats and Republicans, bipartisan, saying crypto is the future of finance. We got Meta working with Polygon to enable NFTs on their platform, Instagram. We got Fidelity opening Fidelity Crypto, allowing retail investors to get on a waiting list. Doesn't mean that you will get in, to be able to participate in the crypto markets as well, but then also offering retirement savings 401k plans that will also participate in cryptocurrency. So this is crypto adoption still happening even when the market is down, which is going to lead, it's like a lagging indicator. The more and more good news we see, eventually that will filter into, that will come to fruition. The products will get done, regulation will get done, and you'll see a nice little pump. Speaking of which, look at Polygon. Polygon's up to $1.22, and I would say, November 2nd, when it was around 84 cents, is getting a lot of traction now that Meta is picking it up. It would be really nice if Celsius would give me my damn crypto back, though. So Fidelity now offering 401k investors access to crypto. They also opened up Fidelity Crypto, where retail investors can directly interact with crypto. That is probably going to take some time. I think they had a closed session or like a alpha and now a beta, and now there's a new waiting list. So if you were waiting for your financial institution to get in, that's happening. Banks are starting to get more and more in. They're buying up the crypto, but as far as offering it to their clients and the retail investor, that's slowly but surely happening. But yeah, 401ks plans now let workers put retirement money into cryptocurrency. I would love to see this with my 401k. Really would love to see this. The U.S. Labor Department, which regulates company-sponsored retirement plans, earlier this year cautioned employees to exercise extreme care before considering adding cryptocurrency options to 401k plans investment menu. Guidance that has had chilling effect on some employers and providers. Fidelity, the nation's largest 401k plan provider with $3.3 trillion in plans administered, declined to provide details about companies offering its cryptocurrency option. It announced the offering earlier this year, citing demands from employers and workers, right? So because the employees want in, even though they know there's risk, their inherent risk, and they probably have some legal blurb or something, whatever, saying, hey, this, this risk that you'll be taking on, blah, blah, blah. We're not liable, blah, 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 all the legal bullshit. But people still want it. People still want it because they're willing to take that risk at a chance for, being able to retire at a decent fucking age, right? They don't want to work the rest of their lives. So, yeah. Moving on, we got 7 startups join MasterCard program to make cryptocurrency more accessible. So it's like more and more adoption, plain and simple. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So as adoption continues, as we move forward, MoneyGram, which I hate them, to enable users to buy and sell and hold cryptocurrencies via mobile app. Like, it's continuing to happen. It's been happening even during this bear market, even during this downturn or this stagnant sideways action. Adoption has been happening. I've been seeing news articles like this every time, even when it was a negative day, even when it was a down day. So it's just a matter of time, not financial advice, but it's just a matter of time before the top cryptocurrencies that you love and respect start to blow up again. And think about it, right? So let's look at Matic. Matic, last time when it hit, what was its all-time high? $2.45. $2.45. That was December 21st or December 25th. That was Christmas Day, right? $2.88. Excuse me. $2.88. Let's look at December 25th. And what day was that? That was in 2021. So December 2021. Okay, Bitcoin was around 52,000 that day. 52,000, right? It was coming down from its all-time high, and it's around 52,000. Polygon is on its way up, right? It's not hitting its all-time high. It's on its way up now. So that way, when Bitcoin does take off, that coin will be much higher than it was before, breaking its previous all-time high of $2.88. It could be a $5 coin, Polygon, Matic, whatever you want to call it. So some of these coins that are starting to pick up stride, pick up steam, get more adoption, more investment, more players in the game. As they pick up steam while Bitcoin's going stagnant, next time Bitcoin does pump, you can expect those coins. Now, normally when Bitcoin starts to pop off, the altcoins fall down. Now, normally. But we have seen it to where the coins follow Bitcoin. Now, I can't promise that will happen, but just think about it. If Matic hits close to $2 now, while Bitcoin's, sitting between 22 and 25,000, or let's say 20 and 25,000, imagine when Bitcoin takes off, right? Not financial advice. Adoption is happening. There's nothing else to say. Adoption is happening. The political sphere is positive on cryptocurrency, and it's just a matter of time. We just need clarity. We need regulation, clear, concise rules, the line drawn in the sand, and we can do what we need to do. Right? I want to see people who've been struggling most of their lives actually have some money in their damn pockets to do what the fuck they need to do. Stop living with that hole in your roof. Stop driving that busted ass car. Stop eating ramen and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all the time. Go out, have a proper meal. Go out and get some groceries. Let's lift some of these people up out of poverty. But nobody cares about anybody else. Everybody's all fucking selfish. And that's what pisses me off. And that's why I do things differently. I don't give a damn if it gets me dislikes. Because I'm not here just for my own selfish ambitions. I say that many times. I'm here on this earth to help others. Plain and simple. Moving on. AMD. Really good announcement. I'm very interested in this, right? So we have the Radeon RX 7900 XTX and 7900 XT for $1,900, right? And guess what, guys? No 16 pin. Now that's not new. That was planned in the the setup of the card anyways. So it's not like they changed to the dual 8-pin because of what's happening with NVIDIA. That's not the case. It's just, you know, it was in the plan. So these cards only draw 300 and 355 watts respectively. We got 24 gigabytes on the XTX, 20 gigabytes. And look at 20 gigabytes. But the 4080 is only going to offer 16. And you had two of them. You had a 12 and a 16. That's probably why they canceled it. They found out that, oh shit, Radeon, you know, it's secondary card, right? The XTX is supposed to be the top of the line, I guess. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's not a, 7950 XTX, but the the XTX is top of the line, XT is next one down. So the 4090, which by the way, we got to say goodbye to the 4090 here. It's going away. It's going to a good home. I need the money. My family needs the money. So unfortunately, it's going bye-bye. It's the MSI Trio. But yeah, it's going bye-bye. It's already spoken for. Sorry about that. I try to warn you guys and tell you guys that, like, I want to sell things. Last time I said that, nobody responded. Nobody took me up on my offer. But now that it's sold, a couple people are hitting me up like, why didn't you tell me? It's like, I can't win. Like, I've been trying to sell the 5900X CPU and the X570 Tachi Razor and the 4400 megahertz Crucial Memory, and nobody took me up on my offer, so I don't know what you guys want from me. But anyways, if you pay attention to the posts on this page or on this account or Twitter or Discord, you should be good to go. And you can join the Discord in the description or hit the join button down below and then check the community tab. But anyways, this looks very interesting because my biggest concern with the 4090 and the 4000 series overall is how power hungry they are, right? Same thing with Intel, right? In order to get to those new levels in the performance chart, they're having to push so much power through it, which obviously creates additional heat, which then your cooler needs to get bigger, blah, 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 which is why these cards are fucking huge. AMD is offering decent performance. Now, it's not going to beat the 4090. Let's get that right off the rip. It's not going to beat the 4090. It might be on par with the 4080 or a little bit above, depending on the title or game, because they are growing in partnerships too with certain titles and certain devs. But same form factor, not crazy thick Subway sandwich thick, right, or Firehouse Subs thick, normal form factor, and dual 8-pin. So power sipping, more efficient. To me, that sounds like a better buy than is power hungry. Not unless you want to chase every single frame and every single FPS, which is why I'm getting rid of the 4090. I don't game as much. I'm too busy working my full-time job, trying to keep up with the Joneses as far as the crypto world so I can continue to grow my operations and my business, my side hustle, while maintaining my full-time job, while taking care of my wife, my family, my kids. Like, it's the 4090 would not get utilized and treated the way it wants to be treated, which is to be thrashed and gamed on 24/7. And that is not what would happen if it stayed with me. So I'm giving it to a better home. Now, I do love the design of this 7900 and 7900 XTX. Very sleek, monochromatic, blacked out. We got chiplets now, chiplets on GPUs, where we got the 6 nanometer process and 5 nanometer process being utilized. We have a separation between the shader clock and core clock, where they can operate separately from one another. Like, it's going to be good. I'm super interested in it. Super interested in it. As far as performance, take their performance numbers with a grain of salt. Wait for independent third-party testing. But I'm super looking forward to it. FSR looks pretty good. There's a lot of new features in it. FSR 3.0, RDNA 3. Now, the refresh rate and the frame and the size, don't get fooled by that. When they say 8K, it's not really fucking 8K. Don't get fooled by that. That's a lie. That's not 8K. The way they measure 8K is not right. But besides that, on an ultra wide, which many of you have, it's gonna look pretty good with FSR and everything enabled. And plenty of RAM. So, like, it's gonna be good for content creators or good for creators in general and gamers. With 20 and 24 gigabytes of memory, and the only card that comes close to that is the 4090. That shit's $1,700, $1,800, $1,900. Like, what the hell? Like, can you even buy? Let me open up Newegg real quick. And let's see if we could even buy a 4090 right now. Let's see if one's in stock. Yeah, look at the price though. Let's see here. Can I drop it down? $2,500, $2,000, $2,500, $30, $2,300. That's a 3090. $2,300. $2,500. $3,000. So yes, I got the best gaming GPU in the world right now. Just my internet sucks. I don't know why the internet does that. It drives me crazy. I'm going to have to go find and run a dedicated cable. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to find and run a dedicated cable. There's got to be something like a T or something that's causing issues, because it's not my equipment. It's pissing me off, and Comcast needs to fix that. Anyways, point being, you can't get a 4090. I got the best gaming graphics card in the thing, and I'm selling it, guys. What does that tell you? For me, it's not about performance. For me, it's about efficiency. Right? And on top of that, again, you know, I'd rather have somebody that's going to put it to use and game out and have a good time. I played Battlefield the other day. I was playing WoW earlier this week. It was beautiful. It was glorious. Graphics were great. I loved it. But it's not something that I'm going to enjoy like somebody else out there who's going to be gaming on it 24/7. So I hope it goes to a good home. I'm going to miss you, but it'll be all right. Plus, I need the money anyways. I got to pay bills, guys. I couldn't afford the 4090, but I got it anyways for you guys to get the data and information out to you. I did that. It's on Reddit. All the gaming benchmarks, stuff like that. You can follow your favorite tech tuber for that. As far as mining performance, compute performance, I provide that. It's out on my channel. Check it out. Stay tuned. We're going to get the 7900X, XTX, and XT and give you that data as soon as available. But bear with me. That doesn't come out to December 13th. My mom's birthday. December 13th. So yeah. FP 32 cores, 12288. Base clock 1.9 gigahertz. Game clock 2.3. Boost clock 2.5. Memory bus. This is what I love right here, guys. Remember, because NVIDIA likes to handicap its memory bus, which hurts performance. But AMD did it too, right? With the 6700 XT, right? 192-bit bus instead of 256. Which would have gave the 6700 XT a better edge and make kind of like the 6800 non-XT kind of like meh, because the 6700 XT would be so good. But these cards, RDNA 2, were super efficient. And I think this is going to be even more efficient performance-wise. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. I know we got about 15 minutes, a little bit over 15 minutes left. So if there's any questions, please send in the super chat or add me right now in the live chat. Let's chat for a little bit before we get out of here and call it a day. Oh, it looks like Bitsby Trippin' is getting ready for the Raven Cruise. Give that a like. Have fun, guys. Tell Tron I said hello. And let's see here. Here's the diagram. Okay, here we go. RDNA Premium Advanced Graphics Industry Defining Chiplet Architecture. Okay. Five nanometer high performance graphic die. 6 nanometer memory cache dies. All right. 61.6 teraflop boost FP32, 2.7x increase, 1.54 times performance per watt. That's what's interesting to me. It's the performance per watt. 96 megabytes of second generation Infinity Cache. 6 megabytes of L2, 3 megabytes of L1, and 3 megabytes of L0. Definitely some increases there. And I think that's going to help its gaming performance quite significantly, right? We've seen that with the Ryzen 5800 3DX, right? Or X3D or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, significant gaming performance. Like, that CPU is still pretty damn good for gaming performance with the Ryzen 5800 X3D or 3DX, whatever you call it. So I think this cache is going to help this card out, and the size increase that they put compared to RDNA 2 is definitely going to help it out. This is going to be super interesting. And remember, the 8K number that they give is not really 8K. We'll see how things turn out when it enables. But yeah, some of the features I love. FSR3. I'm sure our favorites would talk about it. GN mentioned this too. There's a thermal sensor in this third fan here. I hope that the AIBs and board partners include that as well. Because like they said, and what we saw in the 10 series is that, you know, the GPU core, because of how efficient the cooler was, would not kick on the main fans and pop or blow up or whatever, causing issues. So I hope that they keep that thermistor, because it will, you know, allow that specific fan to go ahead and cool those components down. It has an inlet temperature, so where it can measure, you know, the temperature or airflow. That might actually help out with boosting technology, right? It can see, all right, this is the air, the ambient air that I'm getting. I can boost this high, this core clock, this shader clock, whatever. Very interested to see how that turns out. But a lot of unique features just on the reference design, and we haven't even gotten to the add-in board partners. I expect add-in board partners to continue to show us. Like here's, for example, the Asus TUF. Something that we all grown familiar with seeing already. Does it have the sensor? Who's to say? But what's interesting to me is I wonder how the design changes, because normally when you have NVIDIA and AMD cards coming out, and like I'm Asus or whatever, I would design a base cooler. Like obviously the mounting holes for everything, like the core, the backplate, all that stuff, might change a little bit, but the general PCB design will be about the same. So that way my cooler, besides a few differences as far as the core, you know, hole positioning, so I can mount the cooler, would change, but everything else would be almost the same, right? The PCB is going to be about this long, but think about it. They're going to be going, the PCB is going to be going from a 16-pin connector to dual 8-pin connectors. And I wonder how that's impacted the cooler design, right? So on that top right side of the cooler, instead of having a 16-pin, we're now going to have, dual 8-pins. So that space that's designed right there for the cooler would obviously need a little bit more, and then the heatsink would need to be chopped out just a little bit, just to allow for dual 8-pin. So I'm interested to see how these board partners and vendors decide to do that in the future.
We're just so excited. We've actually been...
No, we're not doing that. I wonder if Yeti's around. Hey, Yeti, you are around. Let's jump on Discord real quick. I want to show you guys something that I found. It may not be a big deal, but let me see. Let me plug my headset in. Yeti, I'm going to jump with you in Discord. I want to show you guys something that I see, and it may not be a big deal, but I want to see it. Hang on one second. Let me get this set up. I'm going to call you right now, Yeti, and then I'll pull it up on my screen. Don't forget, by the way, guys, we're doing the Tuber 500 giveaway. Link is in the description. Go check it out. Shirts do give you additional entries if you want to enter. Let me mute this. You adjusting your sound? I can't hear you. Hang on. Let me change my audio. Try saying something again. Yeah, what the hell? All right. Anyways, you're watching the stream, I'm guessing. this shouldn't be a big deal, but I don't know why I can't hear you, Yeti. Um, but I think you can hear me. And you're watching the stream anyway. So I'm bringing it over on my main screen now. And let's see here. This is my concern. Let me see if I can share it. All right, so you see this big red spike right here? This is called glass wire, by the way, guys, for those that are watching. This big spike of red right here is a lot of outbound communication. Yellow is download usually, right? And for some reason, like if you look over the past week and even past month, there's not much traffic, right? There might be a lot of down, but not a lot of up. Then all of a sudden I upgraded, and I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not calling anybody out, but the Chia version 1.06 came out, and I installed it, and you can see right around November 3rd when I started to install it, there's a lot of outbound connections. And Yeti, I still can't hear you. I'll try calling you back maybe after the stream. But the point that I'm trying to make here is I'm concerned about all these outbound connections. That's what's. So yeah, so it's right after I updated and then I restarted the system. I checked the network connectivity. I checked my UDP, my TCP connection, see what was going on, see if there was any other traffic on other devices. I didn't see anything else. It was just on this device. Very strange. So you could see where I stopped everything, right? You see this huge dip down in connectivity. But yeah, right around the 3rd, late night the 3rd, what I said is 8 to, so it was late night. Yeah, it was late night the 3rd is when I installed it. Yep. And then traffic starts to get heavy, and then it just spikes up really heavy. And then let's go look at these connections. So you can see my information, but look at all these connections. China. And it's startfullnode.exe. And so I went to go look and search online and see what that is. Some of them have host information, some of them are legit, but some of them aren't. I was like, why do I have all these uploads, which is what this red is? Why do I have all these uploads to these regions, right? Like I could understand Chia, for example, having to check my plots, verify, proof of time and space, but it never did it before, right? And if we go back months, it never did it before. It was me talking to the server and maybe downloading a few things. Like let's look right here. Nothing too crazy. These flash drives, you can see or not flash drives, but these little icons are Chia right here. All of these are Chia, right? All of those are Chia. And there was only a handful of them, right? Various countries, which I understand. There's the What's Miner. But then this just blows up, and there's a crap ton of connections to entities I'm not familiar with. And I'm wondering why. And then why, after I restarted everything, why did it stop? Like, what's the difference here? A lot of China connections. And I remember Chia started off as a project that had a lot of people in Asia participating, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But my question is should I be concerned? Because if we look at Glassnode, you could see, right, start full node.exe has 76 more. It has a bad rating, right? Let's go look at C details. It has a very bad rating, right? And we got Zillia on here. But again, this only happened after I updated to whatever Chia's latest is. Let me see here. Chia.net. Download. Okay, so it's on. There's a new version now. So I'm wondering maybe they saw something. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and download that. I'm gonna talk to Yeti offline. Bug in the system, perhaps it could be. I had to stop everything and like really like go through all my files and double check my network connection. So that was a little bit worrisome. I can't tell if it was Chia or not. Well, I mean, I can, because I mean, you just see a bunch of full node Chia.exe. Look at that. There's just a shit ton of them. Just a shit ton of them. And just keep going. Just keep going. So, had me a little concerned. I shut down. I looked around and did some peeking, and I just wanted to show you that. That's basically all I was trying to do. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and wrap up our stream. Yeti's typing to me right now, so sorry about that, guys. But I'm gonna continue my conversation with Yeti, make sure there was nothing malicious about it. I don't think it was. It could be some erroneous connection. I'm not sure why it was relayed and what the difference was between beginning and end. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream there, guys. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And I thank you for your time. I will see you again. Don't forget the Tuber 500 giveaway is going on. Check out links in the description for that. If you want to enter the giveaway, you do not have to buy a shirt. But if you do buy a shirt, you get additional entries. You'll get an email with a code, and you go put it in. So you take care of yourselves. I'll catch you next one. For all my future viewers, let me know your thoughts on today's topics in the comments down below. Take care.